Hi loves and welcome to another video. Today we are gonna be reviewing this gorgeousness right here. This is the In A Trance palette from Colourpop. I'm not gonna be dilly-dallying today. We are gonna jump straight into the review of this palette. So if you wanna see how this palette performs, what I think of it, how I created this look, if you want to see swatches, demonstrations, and all of that good stuff, please keep on watching. Let me begin by saying that I love pastel eyeshadow palettes and I love the concept of these little palettes from Colourpop. And when I saw this palette, I got very excited. You know what? Let me show it to you first. This is the palette right here. It has In A Trance written on it, then Colourpop. It also has a sticker with the names on the back, and when you open it, it looks like this. Now I'm showing it to you very quickly because I took some footage from when the palette was completely new and unused that I'm gonna be inserting in a minute. And I also have some shade comparisons from this palette to other palettes that I'm gonna be showing you just in 1 second. Hang on. But the first thing I thought when I saw the interior of this palette was like, it's like if Blue Moon and Like You a Lot had a baby. It's like, this is crazy. Yeah, my palette does that. I'm pretty sure it's not supposed to do that, but I don't care. As I was saying, this palette immediately caught my attention because not only is a pastel palette, but it's a combination of blues and also lilac and pinks. There is a little purple right here, and it also has this glitter here. Here are Like You a Lot and Blue Moon, so you have an idea of what I'm talking about. As you can see, it definitely looks like a combination of these two concepts. But I really like that you can find different shades in A Trance than in the other two palettes. But I cannot deny that it reminded me of these two palettes combined. I'm also gonna show you in a minute some of the shades here in A Trance and how they compare to the ones in the other palettes. But before I do that, let's go through the shades in here really quickly. Specifically, the formulas. So this palette has every single formula that Colourpop has, which is amazing if you have never tried anything from Colourpop and you want one product that is gonna showcase all the formulas that they have to offer. So the first shade right here, it's a super shock shadow formula. I forgot the name. This one is called Clarity, and it is a white with a duochrome on blue. Give me a second here and I'm gonna be showing you some swatches. The second formulas that we have in this palette are the shimmer shades, and those include this one right here that is Wind's Eye, and this one right here called Crown Chakra. The third formula you can find in this palette is these matte shades that have some sparkle in it. So technically they're matte shades, so when you blend them on your eyes they look completely matte, but they do have in the pan some sparkle. The two shades that have that formula include Daydream Baby and Transcendence. Now the fourth formula that we have in this palette are just straight up matte formulas, and those are the majority. So these ones include Future Self, Up Level, Own Your Power. No, I lied, it's not the majority. It's 3 shades with that formula. What I meant is that the majority of the shades in here are matte, but 3 of them are just flat mattes, and 2 of them are the mattes with the sparkles in it, but they are matte nonetheless. Now the last formula that we have is the pressed glitter right here. That it's a good array of formulas. We have 5 formulas in this palette. That is pretty cool in my opinion. Before we get into creating this beautiful look that I'm wearing, let me show you swatches of the palette and also shade comparisons as I promised. Lashes are on and the eyes are completely done. Let me show you one more thing before I tell you my final thoughts. I got this lip liner and lip gloss set from Alamar Cosmetics. They launched this birthday suit collection for their second year birthday, and I was lining my lips already off camera with these birthday suit lip liner. And let me tell you, I hadn't tried any lip liners from Alamar Cosmetics, and they are so creamy. This is the second time I wear this combo, and I love it. This is how the Alamar Cosmetics Birthday Suit lip liner looks on my lips and my skin tone, and I love this color. It's a perfect nude. It is very light, so keep in mind that if you are any darker than me, this is probably gonna be potentially a little bit too light. I'm gonna apply the Birthday Suit lip gloss on top. I love these lip glosses. If you have been watching my channel for a while, you know that the Alamar Cosmetics lip glosses are my favorite. And this Birthday Suit one is no exception. I love it. It smells like, they said that it smells like cake, and I agree. It's a very, very light scent. It doesn't bother whatsoever, so I really appreciate that. And this combo, I love it. And with that, we are completely done with the look. Let me tell you my final thoughts on this palette. I think it is pretty fun. I love the look that I was able to create with it. I'm not gonna lie, mine has a little issue, like I pull it up and it kind of goes down on its own, so it's a little defect that it doesn't stay. Well, now it stays, but if I put it any lower than that, it just goes down. It's a little tiny defect right here, but it's fine, it doesn't bother me. I also didn't encounter any fallout on my face when I was using the palette. I did, however, find some kickback in the pan, very minimal. It doesn't bother me whatsoever. It's nothing to be concerned about, but I like to mention every single detail. Other than that, guys, nothing to say, nothing bad to say about it. It's a great palette. Some things that I want to point out are that this shade right here, what is the name? Clarity. The shade Clarity, it's very, very buttery. It is a super chalk formula, which means that has a little bit more creaminess to it. It feels wet, but I am gonna say that sometimes when you place it over the matte shades that I blended before on my eyes, it kind of separates them a little. I encountered that if I had a matte shade underneath and I placed that over the top, it will pick up a little bit of the shade underneath and lift it. And it's nothing that I couldn't fix, but I noticed that a little bit, that you have to be careful when you blend this shade over any of the other shades or the matte shades especially. Other than that, I believe that the glitter right here does need some glitter glue. I used it without a glitter glue and it stuck to my eyes pretty well, but I can see it sort of lifting and maybe moving a little bit more than I would like it to. So I do recommend using a glitter glue. It is pretty cool that this palette has every formula that Colourpop produces. That's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, if you enjoy pastel colors, you should get this palette. It's a great palette for $12. I love the colors in this palette. I didn't have any issue whatsoever with none of the shades. None of them were patchy. I really didn't struggle with any. I do like this palette. I think it's definitely worth it if you're looking for colors like this. With that said, love, thank you so much for watching my video. You have reached the end. If you have made it this far, thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, I hope you subscribe, and I would definitely love to see you in the next video. Bye!